Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to the Tipsy Chicks.
And today we have another new bottle for you. Freshly cracked. Been sitting now about a half an hour. It's called Shady Mile, as you can see.
Yeah, so that's out of Kentucky, correct?
Yes, Shady Mile Distillery. It's made in Kentucky.
And I know there was a collaboration from the master distiller at Green River Distillery.
Yep, Green River.
Who's apparently not there any longer because of a restructure, but so that's
Correct.
Kind of cool.
Their director of ops is running Green River right now. But this bottle is a couple years old. So it was, this was probably produced by the master distiller, Green River.
Gotcha.
So
and then, there's two main impressions, is my
yes,
understanding. There's a high rye and a high wheat.
correct.
Which one's this one?
Well, that's the question. I don't know, and here's why. If you look up Shady Mile, on the front left part of the label, it either says high rye or high wheat. It has a circle and that's stamped on it. This has nothing. So the only way we'll be able to tell if it's not just their straight bourbon whiskey is by the mash bill. So the mash bill is the same whether it's wheat or rye, 70% corn, 21% rye or wheat, depending, and then 9% malted barley. So it's going to be an adventure. Taste it. I guess we'll know by the taste,
Okay.
Wheat versus rye.
You'll know by the taste.
Maybe this is just bourbon, but I don't think so because they keep talking about two main expressions.
So how did you come about this?
Walking through a store again, I see something different and I grab it. Like, let's try something different.
Okay.
And I knew nothing about it until I grabbed it, So, but it's been sitting unopened for a long time.
And so on the website, their straight bourbon doesn't look like that?
There is not one I could see with a label without the stamp that people talked about. So this could be a straight bourbon. Maybe they changed it down the road. I don't know.
That's interesting. Okay.
The other thing is there's a cool story about it. The name, if you want it, it's on the bottle.
Yeah.
If you'd like to read it to everybody real quick.
To read.
Yay.
All right. So under a moonlit sky, bootleggers met at the point of a country road known as the Shady Mile. When business was concluded, they would share a sip or two of the finest Kentucky had to offer. Show your appreciation for this fine straight bourbon whiskey and toast to those who worked the Shady Mile.
Yeah. See, so that leads me to believe that it's bourbon.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope it is just the bourbon because I, was hoping for that, but I don't care which way it is. So
Okay.
let's check it out. Swirl a little bit. I didn't really do anything but pour it in. It's super. It's like golden.
Yeah.
When you had not enough water and you go potties. A little golden.
It's a little golden.
I smell ethanol. I get the ethanol.
Same here.
Not a whole lot else.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Well, I say we just dive in.
All right.
What the hey? Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. It's a little sweet.
A little sweet.
Yeah.
It's definitely light.
Super light. Legs are fast.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little warmth to it.
Stays up though. And maybe it's traveling down a little bit.
Yeah, it's traveling down a little bit. Too much, you might head toward your nether regions, and that could be bad, bad, bad.
Jeez, girl. I'm behind.
I just wanted to get the full. I'm going to say that might be a rye. The rye.
Just because of the heat, maybe?
Just the way it tastes. You get that little bit of caramel, but then that heat comes through. If you think about those baking spices things, yeah, that you get with rye, I feel like that's definitely happening.
I mean, if I'm choosing between a rye and a wheat, yes,
Exactly.
for sure.
And if it's not one of those two, just the straight bourbon, it's still got some heat. But if it's the exact same mash bill, which they say they are, this is the rye.
Yeah.
It can't be the wheat. It's not even close to that type of
Right.
grainy flavor, any of the nuances you get with the wheat. So
Yeah.
I would buy it again,
Agree.
but it's not one I would sip all the time. Probably an old fashioned
Yeah, I think I'd mix
or
this
a
one.
drink, yeah, of some sort.
Okay. It's good.
Wow, no. How shady are you? You willing to try? Let us know. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Thanks again for joining us.
Yeah.
We've got some things coming up, so stay tuned.
Don't forget, you know what we tell you, like and subscribe. You never know what's coming up. And pretty soon, we're going to have another Distillery Diary episode.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Me too. All right, everybody. Cheers.